Hello, everyone. This is the Wizard of No DQ, Stephen Osborne. I'm here to deliver fast predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2020 and NXT TakeOver 30. I say fast because I want to get this out of the way before the pre-show starts for 30. And let's get to it. First off, the NXT Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match. This is the pre-show match. It is a triple threat. Breezango, that's Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Let's just get rid of that. Also, let's see. What's the name? Legado del Fantasma, Joaquin Wilde, and Raul Mendoza. And then these two guys, the Piss and the Deuce. That is the Britt and Bruisers, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. Now, I know that the Britt and Bruisers have faced Imperium several times, but I don't think it has been for the titles, and because I just don't think it has. It might have been a non-title match, but I don't think it's been for the titles. And the Britt and Bruisers have been built up for the last several weeks. Like several weeks ago, other than them losing to Karrion Kross individually. Several weeks ago, they were building them up for a tag team championship contendership, and it just never happened. Breezango got Breezango got their shot, and I think that Legado del Fantasma kind of should be pushed as a good tag team, but considering that they've only really been a tag team as a triple threat or as a 3-man tag team with Santos Escobar. I don't think that they should be winning this match and moving on. I think we should go ahead and get these two cats, the Pisser and the Shitter, or the Pisser and the Shitter, whatever order it is. I think that the Britt and Brawlers, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, are going to win, and they're going to go on and face Imperium. That's Fabian Eichner, Marcel Bartel, and lose. So Lorcan and Burch. Let's move on to NXT TakeOver 30 the official 30 card. Here we go. We've got, let me get this right, Tim Thatcher and Finn Balor. This was thrown together sort of at the end of the week, or at the end of the month before the show. Like this was the last episode of NXT before the pay-per-view, and in order to get Finn Balor to lose the singles match for the last spot in the ladder match, we had Tim Thatcher come out and interrupt. Like, a lot of people, though, came out and interrupted during that match. So, why it has to be Tim Thatcher versus Balor, other than the fact that Thatcher is, like, the only one that got a shot in on him? And it was just a forearm across the back. Like, I don't care. Finn Balor wins because this is TakeOver, and you're not going to have Balor lose to Thatcher. I'm just saying. Finn Balor. I'm going to go with, what's next? Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai. This is for the Women's Championship, and I just don't think it's Dakai's night. She's not going to get the title. Shirai is going to defend her off. She's going to defend Raquel Gonzalez off. She is going to somehow maintain the title before or by the end of the match, and she'll either get a victory or it'll be a disqualification somehow, and she'll leave with the title. But I am saying Shirai is leaving with the championship. Next, the 5-man ladder match for the North American Championship. We've got Johnny Gargano. We've got Thick Boy Bronson Reed. We've got the Velveteen Dream, who came back recently. We've got Cameron Grimes and Damian Priest. My pick, my favorite, my #1 pick is Cameron Grimes because we get 2. #1 pick gets you 2 points. #2 pick gets you 1 point. Cameron Grimes to become North American Championship for the first time. And my second pick is going to be another guy that would, again, get this for the first time. My second pick is going to be, there we go, Bronson Reed. This guy. All right, moving on to Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole. Grudge match. If Adam Cole wins this, then there was no point in any of it. No point in any of it. McAfee certainly, in my opinion, is going to win this match somehow, some way. Who knows how? I've heard a lot of things suggested, including the Undisputed Era turning on Adam Cole. And however it happens, I think somehow, some way, let's see, there we go. Pat McAfee, this guy, is going to get the victory. And our main event of the evening, possibly, or maybe it'll be the McAfee match, who knows. But certainly what should be the main event, the NXT Championship match. We've got Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross, who will be out there, hopefully, with Scarlett Bordeaux. And I just don't think it's Kross's time to hold the title, at least not beating Lee clean. If anything, this match ends in a disqualification so that, you know, neither guy gets they're pinned or submitted. But at the very least, Keith Lee is remaining victorious and keeping the title somehow. Or he's remaining champ, keeping the title. I don't know if he'll be victorious, but we shall see. So those are my predictions for NXT TakeOver 30. Let's move on to SummerSlam. All right, I'm going to start with Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. And I might be one of the very few people that gets to call this honestly, because it was a hair versus hair match. Now it is loser leaves WWE. And which one of these two ladies has got any reason right now to leave WWE? That would be that one right there. She does. She might have some court things going on. Maybe wants to go into seclusion just to be safe. Who knows? Who cares? I just think Sonya Deville's going away for a little bit. So Mandy Rose is going to win this match. I want to move on. Continuing in the females division. Come on. Where you at? There we go. Continuing in the females division, we've got Bayley versus Asuka. We found out on SmackDown this is indeed going to be the first of the two women's championship matches on the card. So Bayley gets to defend first. And I think Sasha Banks is going to feel so bad about how things have happened. She's going to interfere somehow and help Bayley retain the championship. However, when it comes down to Banks' match, somehow Bayley is going to try to repay the favor, fuck it all up, and cost Sasha Banks the championship. And Asuka is going to leave, SummerSlam as the Raw Women's champion. I'm going to move on to, so there's kind of no reason to have this graphic. There's my prediction for that match. Next up, Dominic Mysterio, probably with Rey Mysterio in his corner, versus Seth Rollins, probably with Buddy Murphy in his corner. And considering it's a street fight, it might as well be a tag match, but we'll see how much Rey Mysterio and Buddy Murphy compose themselves. Or do they just start a brawl between the two of them and then fight off somewhere? And since they're not in the match, the cameras don't have any reason to follow them, maybe? I don't know. And then we just end up Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio. Seth Rollins has been dominating this whole feud. He's been hurting a lot of people. If anybody needs to win this match, it is motherfucking Dominic Mysterio, because it's his first match. And how cool would that be if in some way, shape, or form, maybe not cleanly, but it doesn't have to be because it's a street fight, whatevs. I'm going with, there we go, Dominic Mysterio. Moving on. Apollo Crews defends the United States Championship against Montel Vontavious Porter. My pick to win, Montel Vontavious Porter. Again, this has been going on too long for this man to lose. So I'm going MVP, and then once he gets that title, because you would think it should be about Lashley, but MVP, of course, is going to make it about himself. If he can get the championship and keep it, and use Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin to help him keep it, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So anyway, MVP wins. Moving on. Raw Tag Team Championships, we've got the Street Profits. That's, let's see, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins versus Angel Garza Andrade, probably with Zelina Vega. Meanwhile, they'll probably have, the EST of NXT, whatever her name is, in their corner. Let's see. Oh, dude, there's people in the chat room. Holy crap. Hey, Nate Spain. So they'll probably have crap. Somehow I can't remember her name. Anyway, they'll probably have her in their corner. I'm thinking that the titles are finally going to change hands. They've made a big deal about the fact that the Street Profits have held the titles for a while. I think this is the perfect time for Andrade and Garza to hold the titles because they seem like they seem to be gelling despite Zelina Vega is the story here. Is they feel like Zelina's the one that's like fucking everything up. She's the one that's causing miscommunication between them. But when it's just them, they get along pretty well. They know their business. Anyway, I see where that's going, and the best way to help out this storyline is those tag team championships. So I'm going on Andrade and Garza. And then we are down to 2 matches on the card officially. I don't know if anything else has been announced. To my knowledge, it has not. And that is the 2 men's championship matches. I'm going to start with Braun Strowman versus The Fiend because I think everybody thinks The Fiend is going to win. Like, that's what we've been building. That's why this is the 3rd match. This is where we've been going all along. Fiend gets the title back, and somehow now he's the babyface and Braun Strowman is the heel. Cool. Braun Strowman kind of needs to be a heel. I don't like him as a babyface, and neither should you. So the Fiend wins, and then probably what might actually end up being the main event of the night, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This ought to be a real fun match if Orton doesn't overuse his slow pace. We all know he is likely to overuse his slow pace if he gets the upper hand in the match. There's likely to be 8-9 minutes of this match where there's like 1, 2, 3 moves per minute, and half of those are stomps on limbs, like whatever. Ring psychology, overused ring psychology. There's a balance here, and Randy Orton's got the opposite end of the balance from what I like on NXT. Anyway, I think Randy Orton's going to take the title here. Drew McIntyre's had it long enough for it to be a successful reign. He has beaten a lot of good people, including Seth Rollins. Orton is a better wrestler. He's been around longer. There's bound to be somewhere in this match where his ring knowledge and his just his skill beyond Drew McIntyre's comes into play, and he catches a mistake or something like that. Oh damn, I've been way behind. So my pick was The Fiend. Oh come on, one more slide, folks. Where you at? One more slide. There we go. So my pick is Randy Orton. That's my pick. And fuck man, is it the wrong one? Who knows? Doesn't matter. These things are all slow anyway. Alright. So those are all my picks. And here we go. Come on, one more. You can do it. There it is. There's the ending one. Alright. Find me on Twitter. Go to nodq.com/Stefan, STEFAN, or you can look me up at Stefan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. You can also find Aftermatch on Twitter and Instagram. Let's see, Twitter is, I believe, Aftermatch Rest, where we take the leading out of wrestling, whatever the fuck that means. And Instagram, it's Aftermatch_wrestling. And you can find me on Instagram at Osborne.Stefan, although I don't have any content, but if you want to follow me, that's cool. Got a bunch of followers for somebody that hasn't posted anything ever. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, you can find me there, and you can find me on Facebook at Aftermatch in the group. Join the group. Don't add me. I won't add you. But if you get in the group and you want to join the show and help me review something in the future, I can add you to the group. I can add you to the... no more group. Anyway. I think that's everything. So...